Hello and welcome to Concept in Production. Today is February 9 and we're working on the environment section of what we're doing. So last class, you had put in your environment design benchmarks into your slides and we had reviewed those and they were really awesome. So it's always a little challenging to grab the pro images and see how we can start to kind of somewhat match their style, not copy styles, but be inspired and combine elements like I like this line, I like this shading, I like this painting look, or this kind of composition. Maybe it's the point of view that you're looking at. That's what we had done. So today we're going to be looking at the 9 environment design thumbnails. If I take a look at what I've got posted for the agenda, oh, I had written an agenda, so maybe I need to refresh this. Let's see if I've got it. There we go. Okay. So today, we're going to move from our thumbs into 2 grayscale sketches. So we're going to make a selection of which ones are the best of the thumbnails. You might have some ideas as to which one you like the best, but as a team, we'll talk about which one works the best for the game that you have. And when you do move into the grayscale sketches, you should be upsizing your file to the new full size. So for example, the thumbnail set that I shared with you is a smaller size for each one. Don't just crop into that and paint in there. Here comes Jalen. So don't just crop into there, upsize it to the actual size, and we'll go over that. My goal was to have 2 breakout rooms. I think we will probably still be able to do that. One working on the grayscale sketches and one to review the thumbs. So hi, Jalen, welcome in. How are you today?
Doing good, good.
All right, so we're just talking about how we're in the environment design, and this is the agenda for today, moving from the thumbs to the grayscale sketches. Please make sure that you all have your thumbs on the slides. So that I guess I didn't intend that pun. Here we go. So let's take a look at the website to try to see what it's going to be like to move forward from the thumbs into the grayscales. So we're in this section, environment design, and these are our deliverables. And Jalen, just so you know, I am recording because we have some students that are missing today. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Okay, so grab those already. They should be on there. And when we look at your thumbs today, we'll look and see how we're matching style. It should be really rough at this point, so don't worry so much about like, oh my gosh, I didn't make it totally match. It will move towards matching styles as we move forward. Please number your thumbs. So if you don't have it numbered in your actual image, please number them in your slides so that we can see them that way. We'll be looking and reviewing for different compositions, locations, and angles. And when it comes to game design, you should have a POV, a point of view that your viewfinder is in. So it's either your phone or your tablet that we're playing these casual games from. And they typically stay within that point of view unless there's like special click buttons, which is really a 3D game thing where you can change your point of view. Mostly the 2D casual games will stay at one point of view. So we'll find one that's really good in that way. We're looking for them to be inside your gameplay and background and for you to leave space for your GUI and characters. So when we look at them, we want to say to ourselves, boy, can our character walk around the space or explore in the space if you're choosing to do an explorer game. If you have a character that's like in front of the screen and talking at us, please buy some more tokens so that you can pay me money and you can get more bonuses. Then that is usually like torso up or something. So think about, is there room for that? Is there not like a bunch of really cool stuff behind the character? So we'll look for that. And then we'll move into the grayscale sketches. For the thumbs, I sent you a file which looked like this. Did you all get that? Well, it was actually, Dang, do I not have like an image of it? I did it in the, did you all get my announcement? Let me see if I can find it, because what I did was I sent it as an announcement, and it looks like that site is not updated. So this is the template for game design thumbnails. This was in the announcements, and inside of this, there we go. Okay, so this file, did you get that? Okay, cool. I think it's going to be neat because we can have the iPads on it, and then we can have them be white or black. There's a layer for that. So I'm just looking for your like a JPEG to be exported for that from that. Okay, so then the thumbnails, and then if you are going to move into the Greyscale sketches, first of all, let me go back to thumbs. Hi, Wenjin, how are you today? Welcome in.
I'm good. How about you?
Great, great. We're recording. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, of
okay,
course.
because we have a couple of students that are not here. Thank you.
Okay.
So as we move from, let's see, the thumbnail look, which is going to be like, they're going to be rougher, and you should kind of be exploring the compositions. Maybe they're a little bit cleaner. It just depends on how you designed. And Wenjin, I asked for everybody to put the number, which you can do on the Google Slides if you put them in your slides. We're going to pick some, and then we're going to move into Greyscale. And in that Greyscale, we're going to decide really more details. So next, we go to here. So size up, you're going to get one of them approved and upscale to the size that fits your game. And I should have had those size listed here. So let me go back to environment design. And this is where our sizes are. I'm going to put this in the chat for you all. So this is under the main section of the environments, so that you can find your sizes. Most of you will be working in this size. You may be working in an iPhone size. Those two different ones, these are the two different variations of scales. If I were designing for this, I would want to double this size as I work so that I can zoom in as I work. So you would take this and times by 2 and put it into your scale. Any questions about sizing up when you go in to make your Greyscale sketches? Basically, you know, it's a moving target, and we need, when we make games, typically we decide, do we want it to be for the iOS, or do we want it to be for both iOS and for Android? It's easier to make things for Android because iOS has so many rules, but if you're working for a big company or even a small company, you might be aiming at all of them. The iPad is the harder one to get for because it goes up so high. So that's why I usually start with that. And that template will help you start, but then you have to upscale when you get to the Greyscale sketches, and you'll take what you did in the thumb and you'll just kind of give us more definition, more line work. You can move in there with line. I want to really show you this work by Colin because this is pretty close to what is happening in the industry. In fact, this was done, this was actually done by Colin when he was being mentored by another working artist in the film industry. And so this is pretty standard to not just work on one at a time, but to work on multiples at a time. And what Colin talks about is he paints this a little bit and then he gets bored or stuck, because you all have kind of like an artist stuckness. Don't worry, everybody gets it, right? So move on to the next one. And so allowing yourself to flow between the two helps. He actually does them on different files and combines them later. Some artists keep them on the same file and kind of push and pull elements from each. It's meant to be a method to be able to talk to the art director about the options. So whatever you design here would be like, these are options for the actual gameplay. You only need to do 2 for this assignment. And They can be in all kinds of varying degrees of monochromatic, like here we're seeing it blue, which is fine, but basically we're looking for monochromatic. If you're moving into SketchUp for any of your environment design, this is the time to do that, to go into SketchUp, do a little model, get the camera where you want it to, and then do an export out of SketchUp. And so these are Emily Grush's example for her project. So any questions moving forward with the Greyscale sketches? All right, so what I'll do then is I'll open up 2 different breakout rooms.